February is Cancer Prevention Month, and today we're talking about how genetic testing is helping people better understand their risk factors for cancer.
Yes, and joining us now to discuss from 23andMe is senior product scientist Ruth, along with music executive, male breast cancer survivor, and father to Beyonce and Solange. We've got Mathew Knowles. Welcome.
Welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Matthew, let's start with you. So you were diagnosed with male breast cancer back in 2019. How has that genetic testing impacted your diagnosis and changed your approach to health?
Well, I tell you, I wish I'd have had a genetic test prior to that. Getting a genetic test allows us to understand if we're predisposed to certain types of cancers. Myself, I was BRCA2. I am BRCA2 variant, which means I have a higher risk for prostate cancer, pancreatic cancer, melanoma, and male breast cancer. And having that knowledge and that information allows me to go to my healthcare professional and come up with a plan. Health and wellness overall becomes important. Eating, dieting, exercise, all of those things. I wish I had known earlier that I was predisposed.
Absolutely, because you don't know what you don't know, right?
So, exactly.
Ruth, can you discuss maybe how genetic variants like BRCA1 and BRCA2 can impact our cancer risk?
Absolutely. So BRCA1 and 2 are regular genes. Everybody has them. But about 1 in 200 people inherits a genetic variant or a mutation that prevents those genes from working properly. And as a result, they have an increased risk of developing certain cancers, as Dr. Knowles mentioned. That can include breast cancer, prostate cancer, ovarian cancer, and others. Now, the good news is if you know you have one of these variants, you can take steps to reduce your cancer risk. But we know that more than 80% of people with a BRCA variant don't know they have one because they've never received genetic testing.
Yeah, and to that end, Matthew, switching back over to you, what would you say to someone who is looking to take control of their health and try genetic testing?
Well, I want them to understand 1 in 8 women in their lifetime will get breast cancer. 1 in 8 men in their lifetime will get prostate cancer. So if I can get a genetic test and see that I'm predisposed, then certainly I get a mammogram sooner, and I'll get a PSA exam if I'm a man sooner. So gathering and getting that information becomes just life-saving.
Yeah, absolutely. Life-saving, vital information to get. And Ruth, how are 23andMe's new cancer reports helping individuals better understand their cancer risk?
Yes, so we actually have a few updates that can help people get new insights into their cancer risk. So first, all of our health customers receive a report on a select set of BRCA1 and 2 variants. And we recently updated that report to expand it and test for more variants in those genes so we can better detect carriers. So if you are a 23andMe customer, please check out that updated report. For our premium members, we added new reports on breast, prostate, and colorectal cancer. And rather than looking at high-impact variants in genes like BRCA1 and 2, those reports are based on what are called polygenic risk scores, which means they take into account thousands of genetic variants all across the genome. Each of those variants only has a small impact, but combined, they can have a big effect. And finally, for folks who want to dive deeper, we launched our Total Health membership, which includes advanced genetic testing to look for those high-impact variants in 33 genes related to hereditary cancers. And finally, just a reminder, if you do have a personal or family history of cancer, please talk to a doctor to determine whether a different type of genetic testing might be right for you.
Yeah, that's a great tip right there. And where can we go for all of that great information, Ruth? What's the website we need to check out?
Yep, you can learn more at 23andme.com.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you both
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yes, man, that's great. That's great vital testing. And like we were talking about early detection, you hear that every year.
Absolutely.
Early detection is the key.
Yeah.
So this being Cancer Prevention Month seems like a great time to invest in that.
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely.